So I tried for several days. I tried reformatting my SD card. I tried using my disk utility tool to just completely erase it. I used an app to transfer digitally via the cloud over Bluetooth the clips to my phone from the camera, then from my phone to my laptop, and just nothing worked. It's been a really long, frustrating week and a half of trying to edit some videos for you guys. But I've been promising Chromek and Finn some Yu-Gi-Oh videos for a really long time now. So I decided to come do this. In the year 2009, the Konami company dropped the game Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D Stardust Accelerator. This game was amazing for a lot of different reasons, but there is one thing that this game and the rest of the games in its series has that no other Yu-Gi-Oh! Game will ever have ever again, and that is the ability to conduct writing duels. Not only can you conduct turbo duels in this game, where you play the traditional Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game, but with a special subset of rules for turbo dueling, you can also just straight up have a race. You can do time attacks, and you can have battles, and it's really, really awesome. And that's what we're going to be doing today. And the goal is to beat every single time attack and battle in this entire game with the maximum rank of the S rank. Let's get it. So everything seems to be working fine. I don't have anything else really running. The music is really choppy, but the game runs pretty smooth, nevertheless. So this is actually the Duel Runner shop, and the thing about this is the only place where you can really do the races, outside of, you know, the races that you do in the story mode, but this isn't unlocked until you beat the game. So since I had to unfortunately announce to you guys that I wasn't able to upload, I actually spent my entire day beating the story mode, just running through it as quickly as I could. So I want to say I've been here for the last 4-5 hours doing that, and now we finally have access to this. So it shows us the maps that we have, right, for the 4 different tracks. And like I mentioned, you know, you have time attack, where you just try to get the fastest time you can, or battle, where you're gonna go up against 3 NPCs, and the harder the difficulty setting, you're actually gonna get to go up against some of the other like main characters. So that's always pretty cool. You could go hit L really quick to see what your records are, or you could actually sit here on this computer and fix up your bike. So this is the bike that you get at the beginning of this game. It's originally, you can't change the yellow stripes, but it was originally blue and yellow to be like a bolt of lightning, whatever the hell. Looked really fucking ugly, so I went with this instead. So yeah, we're gonna be sitting here taking on the old highway on normal first, of course, and this will give us a good feel of how well we're able to perform just right off the bat. Now, one thing that you're gonna immediately notice is that it automatically kind of wants to steer to the right, and that just really sucks. That just means that it has horrible handling. Since it is a beginner bike, the engine that controls, I believe, your top speed, right? That's what my logic tells me. So our top speed is considerably low, and our CPU determines how quickly we can get, or how slowly in this case, we get to our maximum speed. So right now we're sparking. That's what I like to call that, and I think that's not an indicator for the top speed in general. It's an indicator for right now that we've hit our top speed. That's as fast as we can go, is when we're starting to actually spark. And you can see I'm actually doing really well despite the horrible handling of this bike. Hitting all the speed boosts and still managing to avoid every obstacle. Things like those grates on the floor or the trash. Finally had my first crash. That sucks. That's going to dramatically drop our time because we decelerate all the way back to 0 since we have very low durability on this bike. But all in all, pretty cool. The goal, whenever you're doing these kind of races, is to get whatever the time they give you minus 30 seconds. And we got an A. So I'm going to assume The 115 or maybe even the 110 mark is where you get an S. But not bad. We can get an A on normal with the very, very basics. I also don't know how much money I have. Because I did every story mode duel and I only did a small handful of optional duels on top of that. So no idea what my money's looking like for our ability to actually buy more parts. But yeah, I also only have this one frame. So I haven't been able to unlock anything yet. I gotta look up how to do that, really. I know you can get the other main characters' motorcycles by beating them 10 times. Actually, no, 20 times each. I don't think I want to do that just because it's kind of a cheat code. Because their bikes are already naturally crazy fast, durable, easy to handle. Even if you're using shitty CPU and a shitty engine. You can buy shields. They come in various different types. So for things like the grates or the trash, they slow you down. But you have shields specifically for your wheels to get through that without any deceleration. You have full body shields. You have just regular main body shields for collision courses that you're going to see later on in the other courses. Then over here, the side pieces, you can actually put wings so that you can increase the aerodynamic ability of your bike in order to improve your acceleration. I'm not sure if it also improves your maximum speed. I think it does. It'll improve it by a percentage. So like the best wings can do is give you a 12% boost, I believe. Then you have actual rocket boosters that you can go ahead and equip. That comes with a downside, however, because you are making it heavy. So the big thing and I know this is a lot of like technical talk that we're doing here. It's kind of important to get it out the way. Otherwise, I'm doing things and you guys have no idea exactly what I'm doing. This star is an indicator of the maximum amount of weight you can take. So we could probably only put on maybe 2 accessories total. And then this entire thing will go red if we actually hit the point of the star. Meaning we're going to be slow as donkey dick if we try to race with it. This piece over here, I'm not sure what you would actually call it, but you can boost a lot of different things. There's a lot of different specific ones that are available. So again, we did not too bad on the old highway. We're going to talk to the Dark Magician guy over here, and we're actually going to see first of all, how much money we have. Okay, so you buy the other frames. And I'm guessing they're all available since I beat the story. That's nice. So the frame we have is a 1 star, I think. It's a 1-star alpha or maybe a 2-star. And so I want to say we want to go for the alpha frame 3. But what's putting me off is honestly, I don't know if it's going to stay like this narrow boomerang shape or if it's only like that, not counting the engine and CPU. This one looks sick, but I don't know. It has amazing balance, and I think this is durability, like how many times you can crash before you actually break your bike. These look pretty sick. Okay. Alright, so we have options. It looks like they all focus on the same things, though. So I would assume we just pick the design we like the best. I always go with the alpha frame, so I want to go with something else. This one looks dope. I'm going to go with the gamma frame. I'm going to go ahead, buy gamma frame 3 for 2,000 dual points. So that's going to leave me with a nice 17,000 left. Interior, there we go. So the interior, ooh, I forgot how sexy these pieces looked. Oh, yeah. Dude, the design, okay, granted, the graphics of this game are shit. Even by a DS standard, there are lots of DS games that have significantly better graphics, but just look at these parts, man. Even the boosters, there's so much attention to detail. There's so much fine detailing. It's beautiful. Anyways, I'm not gonna get an engine or a CPU just yet. I don't even think I'm gonna get any accessory pieces. I'm just gonna go ahead, hop up in here, and Don't ask me why Yusei's bike is in there, but colored orange. So we're gonna go ahead and swap out the frame. Okay, so see, so it just shows you the general direction, and then yeah, the weight gets added on, but so does max speed, and okay, I understand. That makes so much more sense. So just with this gamma frame, with the two basic parts, we should be able to easily get an S. Let's go ahead and check this out. You're gonna hold on A as soon as the meter appears. It's not like Mario where you completely smoke out if you hold it on too long early on. Even though, from what I understand, the way Mario does it would be more logical. I would assume that you would fuck up your engine pretty bad if you're holding on to the accelerator but not actually driving forward. But yeah, already, holy crap, and this is going to be my first speed boost. So we're already entering, there we go. We've hit a new tier of speed. You watched me narrowly dodge that wall. That was pretty sick. We're going to hit these corners gently, pick up this other one, and we're slowly inching to another tier speed. Although, I think the tier speeds possible are, you can only hit a new speed based on your engine, I think. Like, I don't think I've got any faster with that second one. So that's something to keep in mind for sure. If I'm able to avoid obstacles further down the line, especially avoiding obstacles is going to be a much more significant part of not just the future tracks. Okay, we shaved off 4 seconds of our time. Still an A. Still just an A. So maybe I should have picked up that third speed boost. So we're going to try that again and try to get all 3 of them this time. Those acceleration pads. But yeah. What the hell was I saying? I think later on, races specifically, the battles are going to be, like, it's going to be really crucial for avoiding as much as you can. Because I know off the top of my head, there are some races where all the computers are going to do their best to fucking hit you as often as possible. Because even if you have a really great bike and they're only knocking you down a little bit, that little bit could be enough of a gap for, let's say, one of the main characters to go ahead and pass you. Now, granted, depending on the difficulty level, the computers will make intentional mistakes. Sometimes I even think that in this game, at least, they're not going at the full speeds that their bikes are capable of. But it is what it is. I gotta, okay, I wasn't sure if I was gonna miss that second one. I gotta avoid all these ground traps because I want to maintain as much acceleration as possible. Ooh, okay. So the handling is definitely a lot better because I didn't go flying into the wall on that drift. All right, pick up this third one. Okay, so the third one did matter because we're gonna hit that mark. I'm not able to really, yeah, we're gonna hit the mark. Oh, no, I just screwed us. I just screwed us over. Damn it, so close too. Okay, one more attempt. You can hear the engine revving, it's beautiful. I think the icon looks pretty fucking funny. I don't know. I look kind of chibi. I look very, I don't want to say anything not politically correct because, I mean, you never know. Maybe this video blows up in the future, but I think some of you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. Okay, there we go. It bothers me that the arrow has that, like, streak running right through it of just no textures. Okay, so this curve's gonna be nice and easy. And I'm barely pressing. Okay, cool. I just barely got that. I'm hardly pressing on the D-pad as well. I'm like giving it gentle taps, except on that curve right there, and this one right here where I'm actually holding it. Otherwise, yeah, the reason that I'm shaking is because I'm just barely tapping it. Because honestly, no. Honestly, I was about to say, that's a mistake that I make, and that I think a lot of people make, is when you turn a little too hard, is what I'm trying to say. That affects how far you move towards the inner or the outer circle. And by that, I guess when I say inner and outer circle, I'm actually picturing like a regular person track in my mind, where it's just a circle. And let's say you were able to take a bike on a human track like that, or something of a similar shape, where it's just purely a circle or an oval or some similar shape, right? When you hit these drifts, you're either going to draw closer towards the inner circle, which in this situation would be the wall that's closest to the driver, or sometimes you could drift towards the outer circle. And you really just want to find that balance and learn when to lay off. Ah, there we go. Just barely nabbed that. So we're going to hit this a little sharp and stay away from the inner. There we go. Right here. Ah! Oh, okay, I recovered. Nope. We still don't make it. Even with all 3 pads. Okay. So it didn't matter at all. But I'm handling very nicely. Crashing still isn't an issue despite our dramatic speed increase. Alright, I guess it's not that dramatic. It's like a 4-second increase. However, that's actually a sign that we're doing everything right. Meaning all we need to do is upgrade our bike one more time. So, I personally am not a fan, because what we could easily do is buy some wings, and then you see, it'll increase not just our acceleration, which is how long it takes us to get to the maximum speed, but it'll also increase our actual maximum speed. I think even just 2% would be enough for us to shave off that 1 second to hit the 110 mark. However, the issue, even aside from weight, the issue with adding these kind of accessories is that you are adding more size to your bike. So in a situation like that last lap I just did, where I'm getting close to the end and I just narrowly avoided crashing into the wall, I would have definitely crashed into the wall. And the amount of weight that you have towards the center of mass, or even just the wingspan of the bike overall, right? How long is it from left to right? What is the width of this bike? That affects just everything when you're trying to make those sharp turns. So instead, I'm going to opt for an interior piece, and I'm going to go for these accelerator pieces, because the accelerators obviously are going to hopefully improve the acceleration, which is the job of the CPU. You also have the turbo chips, which improves the job of the engine, so that's going to be our maximum speed. And then you have my personal favorite, the balancer chips, which is going to improve how well we can steer, especially in a bad situation. God, this looks sexy. If I had a dream PC, it would look like this. Or maybe it would look like this. This looks super sick. I can see Jack Atlas having this. Fits his Red Dragon Archfiend theme. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and invest $1,000 more into this accelerator part. And we're going to throw that onto... No, I don't want my fucking fortune red, bro. No! I didn't want to tool you. I'll be back. God damn it. We're in. God, I love the sound of that typing. So good. So, we're going to hop up in here. Now we have an interior piece we can add. So we're going to increase our acceleration by a whopping 50%. And now, yeah, you could upgrade the engine or grab one of those turbo chips instead, which would increase your maximum speed. But the approach that I'm taking is essentially, I said earlier how let me actually just start the race while I give this lecture. When we're sparking, that's the indicator that we've hit our max speed currently for this bike. And for this engine, I should say. So, ideally, by increasing our acceleration by 50%, we're going to hit our sparks significantly quicker. There we go. So we've hit it around the 15-second mark, is what it looked like. I guess I should have paid attention to when we were hitting it initially. But if this doesn't work, then for sure, my theories were baseless conjectures, and my entire hypothesis was flawed, and I'm an idiot sandwich, and I just missed that turbo pad, and we'll just go ahead and buy another engine. We're gonna upgrade slowly. But see, I feel like I'm doing a little worse on the turns. I feel like I'm turning a lot less smooth now. So that's really interesting to pay attention to. We hit that third turbo pad. Is it going to be enough? We have about 12 seconds. Can we make it? Ooh, it's going to be close. Yep, I think we made it. Hell yeah. So by increasing our acceleration by 50%, we were able to... Yes! I knew it! 1 minute, 10 seconds. Okay, that was the mark. I can't tell where the fuck my arms begin. I guess my arms go behind these little bars. That's why it looked weird to me. It looks like I have no arms. I also look kind of like a Barbie. But there we go. So it was worth it. That was a decent investment. So an S for normal is gonna be probably just barely worth an A for hard. But we don't have to move on to hard just yet, because now that we know we can do S rank laps, we can go ahead and move into the battle and the normal difficulty. So this is just going to be me versus 3 NPCs, and I guess the boss is the one with the blue helmet, since he's the one who stands out. And already right there, I have to watch out, because even though it's not on purpose yet... Oh, there we go. See? They hit us. So they're dropping our acceleration now. And honestly, all I can try to do is get them back or avoid them. I'm thankfully still able to hit my spark, but because of all those bumps I was getting, and those arrows that are at the bottom of my screen are indicating that they're very close to me, so I was very worried for a second. But yeah, so even though I'm sparking still, I'm not as fast as I should be, because it's already the 30-second mark, so I should be at least halfway through the course, but I'm not. I'm closer to like 1.5 thirds. The other thing to keep in mind, if you're gonna use those, I call it a 30 strategy, relying on attacking the opponent instead of relying on the ability of your bike and your handling as a driver. The issue with those dirty tactics is that you also decrease your own deceleration when you hit them, or acceleration when you hit them. Not by, I think, as much as what they suffer. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm climbing. Was he fucking levitating for a second? Alright, so despite those bumps, we were able to more or less make our time. That means that their bumps don't decelerate us by an entire, I call them speed tiers. I don't know how many speed tiers there are. It's just something that I kind of feel, you know. I can feel when I'm significantly slower. And I think that's... I think the game works on speed tier mechanics. So, if I were to guess, I would say sparking is speed tier 2. And I would say anything that's not sparking is speed tier 1. Right? So they managed to not knock us all the way back to speed tier 1. I'm not sure if there are half steps to get to that tier. This is entirely my headcanon. I'm really just kind of talking on my ass in a very educated manner. But we're doing well now that we've obviously completely left the boss in the dust. Well, because beating the boss isn't the key to getting an S. The key to getting an S is your lap time. I believe the boss only aims for a C rank or a B rank. I don't even think that would really count for an A rank. So we just have to, once we finish the first lap and completely blow everyone away, our goal is just to watch our times. If the goal was 110 per lap, then we want to finish this entire thing before 3:30. And we have just a little under a minute to do that. So we're actually, there we go. You can feel how much faster it is now. We've reached a new speed tier. This is speed tier 3. The buildings are moving significantly faster. We're legitimately zooming now. And thanks to that, even a single crash would knock us out of speed. Oh, I would assume. We'd probably have to like hit the wall or something to fall out of this new speed tier. But I'm loving it, because now we're gonna hit... Oh, no, actually it's pretty close. So we only have 30 seconds, huh? I think those bumps might have fucked us, but this turbo pad will hopefully get us to where we need to be. There we go. Nice and gentle. Gentle turns are the key skill that you want to master when you're approaching new tiers. Awesome. And there we go. We beat it by 9 whole seconds. So you can see on laps 2 and 3, we completely beat our previous record by an additional 4 seconds, adding up for a total of 8 seconds saved. So I think this idea that I have of speed tiers is actually pretty valid, but this is kind of experimental. I just wanted to do this video for you guys since, you know, I wasn't able to actually put up the actual dueling video. I haven't given up on my SD card yet. I haven't been able to use my phone all day because I've actually been attempting to transfer files over the cloud again. But yeah, hopefully this is good for you guys, for those of you who are here for the Yu-Gi-Oh content. And if it is, if you'd like to see more of the races and more of me trying to slowly build my bike together, please let me know, because this is actually a lot of work goes into beating the story to set up for all this, and I honestly really love it. This is the most fun that I've had making content in a very long time. So go ahead and let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more races. Go ahead and leave a like for us. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Turn your pen to a disappearance.